Right then, ladies and gentlemen, so the government here in England have come up with this brilliant new idea. It's not a new idea, but they've re-brought it back, basically. What they're proposing to do is bug all the communications made by people in England and across the UK to prevent terrorist crimes and identify the culprits in the event of terrorism actually happening. And that's their reason for this. So basically they're using terrorism as an excuse, basically, to bug the communications of the entire country. They're going to be, they want to watch our internet use, they want to watch what websites we access, they're going to read our emails, they're going to intercept our phone calls, and they're going to read our text messages. Well, all that's really going to do, if they do go ahead and do that, is force the terrorists and whatever, or other criminals who plan big things, just going to force them to either A, post their plans to each other, or B, use some kind of code, which means they'll have to get code breakers, and then the codes will get more and more, codes will get, I forgot the word now, the codes will get more and more complex, and they'll have to analyse them a lot more, and eventually they won't know how to decipher them. And these terrorist atrocities will still happen. Bugging the entire country's communications to help prevent terrorism is like pointing a nuclear weapon at the entire world just because one country decides that they don't want to be part of the world anymore. It's a moral equivalent of let's use a real thing. It's a moral equivalent of trying to get rid of all staffy dogs because some of them bit their owners or bit their neighbours. I mean, there's a big thing going on in this country where they're trying to get rid of all the staffy dogs because some of them bit someone. Because some people will train their dog, no matter what kind of dog it is, to be vicious. Especially like bulldogs. People get their bulldogs to be vicious, and their staffy bull terriers and whatever. And because of a select few of people who have got their dog to be vicious cunts, they've said that all the dogs have the potential to be vicious or are already vicious, and so they're trying to get rid of them all. And that's basically what they're trying to do here with this whole thing. They want to bug the entire country's communications just because a very small amount of people in this country may want to blow up certain parts of it. Well, this raises one important question. Apart from, is this legal? Because it's invasion of privacy and people won't stand for it. It raises one important question. Why have we waited till now to do something about it? If they were more strict with immigration laws, we wouldn't have the terrorists in this country trying to blow parts of it up. We let them into the country, and now we want to blame the entire country for them being here? I didn't decide they could come to this country. My neighbour didn't decide they could come to this country. My family, my friends, none of us decided they can come to this country. So why should we have our communications bugged just in case they decide to blow up the London Underground or something? We shouldn't. We shouldn't. We shouldn't have to stand for this sort of government bullshit. Basically, I mean, it really is. But the government don't see it that way. They just see it as, it's a very good idea. Let's do it. And like I said, if they bug people, if they intercept people's emails and text messages and listen to our phone calls and watch our YouTube videos and watch everything that the entire country is doing on the internet and storing their data somewhere, blah blah blah, then you're just going to make people use either the postal service or some kind of code or whatever. And and your entire system of bugging phone calls and whatever will be worthless, because if you manage to bug the right person, you're still not going to know they're planning something, because they're going to be using some kind of code, because they already know that you're going to be listening. I mean, that's like saying, it's like ringing up a bunch of cocaine dealers and saying, we're going to come and look at your factory at 8 PM, and you turn up at 8 PM and the fucking factory's got no drugs in it, whereas if you went 3 hours earlier there'd be shed loads of drugs in it, because they've had time to get rid of it all. So if they pass this bill, is what they're calling it really, if they pass it, they will tell us. It'll be announced on the news, the government have passed this bill, they're going to watch all our communication, blah blah blah. And then the terrorists who they're trying to, spy on, are just going to go, right then, we're going to use some kind of code. And they're just going to use some kind of code, or they're going to speak in like a foreign language, or whatever. So they'll have to have people analysing it who can speak the language. It's a fucking stupid idea. And you're gonna make them be more sophisticated in their communications, and you're just going to piss off the entire public of the entire country. And we're not going to stand for it. So it's a fucking stupid idea, in my opinion. But of course, the forum of YouTube allows me to ask the question, what do you think of the idea? As I have explained it, and as their reason behind it, what do you think? Would you like your government to watch and intercept everything you do to communicate with people, just in case your neighbour up the road or whatever is planning to bomb or murder a large group of people in a certain area? Would you put up with that, or would you be on my side and say that's a massive invasion of privacy and I ain't having it? It'd be good to get people worldwide to get worldwide views on this sort of thing. I mean, it's a fucking stupid idea. And like I said, we wouldn't have to do this if the government didn't allow the people to come to this country in the first place and live here and whatever. So yeah, feel free to let me know what you think. Your opinion is just as important as mine, and your opinion will be respected as long as you respect mine. And please make sure to respect each other's opinions and don't start massive arguments about it, because you would just be blocked and possibly reported. So yeah, give me your opinion and you'll see me again soon.